so I go around the corner and I'm pushing my cart down the aisle, and I see this cute girl coming the other way. And my brain's like, time to be smooth. So I try to like lean on the cart, all casual, like, except then the cart starts rolling towards her. And instead of stopping it, I jumped on it to ride it like a child, I guess. And I think I was trying to like, act like it was intentional or something. And I was kind of expecting her to like laugh or, at least get out of the way. But she just looks at me all confused, like, well, why is this adult riding a cart towards me kind of look? And then obviously my cart crashes into her cart because she's just standing there like a deer in the headlights. And I guess she had like strawberries in her cart because there's strawberries flying everywhere, and she screams, and then I scream to sort of like cover up her scream, I guess. But it just ends up being like twice as loud. And then the store guys show up and everyone's looking at me and she's all upset. And then they told me I have to pay for the strawberries, but I didn't even have my wallet because I was just there to play with the carts, And they literally had to call my mom to come and pick me up. So now I'm grounded, and that's why I'm late. So I'm sorry. And yeah, well, when does the show actually start?
Actually, TechDweeb, we're already started. We're rolling.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can just cut out that first part then.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
All right. Hey, I like your shirt, by the way. You're looking good.
Hey, thank you, dude. I picked it up after my favorite tech YouTuber. You might know him.
Oh, okay. Is it me? Because
Yeah,
I mean, I could
it's you.
I could put two and two together. I'm not
Yeah,
my first
I see,
time around
dude.
here.
I see. Yeah, you
That,
got it,
that
man. You're right on the
that
money.
that is a nice one. My mom made this for me because I couldn't find a nice one. It looks like you found a nice one.
Oh, dude, you don't want to know the ordeal I went through to get this shirt today. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
yeah, you
Wow.
don't want to know. I've been through it all. I even asked my wife to knit at the last minute. Matt, my friend Digital Dweeb, he heard the reaction to that. It wasn't great.
You
Yeah,
you must be
Didn't
you
work
must
out
be
so well.
you must be TechDweeb's biggest fan or something. Jeez,
I
that's commitment.
yeah. Well, I call, as you know, I call you General Dweeb. Everybody, people are starting to pick up on it. And I see other people starting to call you General Dweeb.
Oh,
Um,
I'll take that.
you
That's
know,
fine. It's the
yeah.
closest I could get to any sort of title in real life, so it's fine.
I love your content, man. I love what you do.
Gosh.
Ever since the first time I watched your content, it's been so engaging. You're always telling these amazing stories, and there's times even where you've got me in the feels a bit, and I didn't think that was possible from watching tech videos, and
The
but
Christmas story about the NES. That one stands out.
Yeah,
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 oh
man.
no,
That would
dude,
stand.
the
yeah.
Miyoo mini story.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I got a comment once where someone was like, "Well, I guess if TechDweeb's sad, we all have to be sad." And I'm sorry if I sorry if I made you sad, but I mean, you gotta
No, it
speak
was
what's in
good.
you gotta speak what's in your heart, whether you're talking about a D-pad or traumatizing childhood memories or shirts, stripy shirts.
Yeah,
You can't
stripy shirts, awesome shirts, dude.
can't have a filter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear this shirt. I'm gonna wear this shirt in my next video, handheld video, and see what kind of response I get to that. It
Oh,
should be
okay.
it should be pretty funny because I
Okay,
think
good.
that people may
People are gonna
recognize
Can's
it.
they're gonna
ruthless. I'm done. This can's ruthless. I'm done.
you're
What are you
gonna
playing there, Matt? What are you?
I'm
what are you
playing I'm playing Burger Dweeb time here. Just trying to enjoy it on, because I'm a vertical guy. Got my favorite vertical
yeah.
handheld.
Wait,
Got
hold
my
on,
favorite drink,
hold
the
on,
root beer. I'm just trying to.
hold
I'm
up.
just trying
Wait
to.
a
I'm
minute,
just trying. What?
dude.
What?
Did
What?
you just say you're a vertical guy?
Yeah, the Miyoo Minis Plus is my favorite handheld of all time.
Dude, never in life have you said those words came out of your mouth together. You
What are you
you are
talking
so
about?
not a vertical guy.
Vertical
Wait, what
guy.
are you
I love
doing with
root
all
beer.
these Miyus on your desk
I
all of a
love root
sudden?
beer.
Every vertical you
I love
own?
I love cilantro. Look, remember when we were playing cilantro earlier and I destroyed you? That was the
Wait,
score, remember?
what? Where
Oh,
did the
Yeah.
score
okay.
come from?
Yeah.
Dude, no.
Remember you were so bad you got
He's
negative 75 points? I was there. Dweeb was there. What are
I,
you
Negative
talking
I
about?
I like
75?
this I like this digital Jedi guy. He seems cool.
Negative
Thanks, buddy.
75 points, dude. This is crazy. First of all, if we did play, the points would be reversed. I do love the whole setup. What are you drinking, by the way?
Root beer. Everybody knows
Is
I love
that
root beer.
root?
Oh,
Everybody knows I love root
you're
beer.
making me thirsty.
That
now.
is a very different root beer. I mean, that has to
I'm
be
in
a
North
local.
Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. That's the
Oh,
local root beer in
oh.
North Carolina. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
local root
okay.
beer in
that
North
checks
Carolina.
out.
Don't worry about it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's legit.
I almost feel like it's a Pepsi Zero under there.
You have no idea what you're talking about. It's the best.
Okay.
Root beer is the best drink ever. You see?
You are literally making me so thirsty right now. My
I think
mouth is suddenly dry as a desert. Yeah,
Hmm.
it feels like there's like tumbleweeds flowing around on my tongue.
Root beer and
I mean,
vertical.
look, since we
Horizontals are
have
for losers.
converged as one dweeb today, all of us, you could just drink vicariously through me. I'm also drinking root beer. You see? So,
Yeah.
and I'll have a sip for you.
Well, you certainly came prepared. I'll give you that.
Yep. I have another dweeb to add here.
Another
so,
dweeb.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Hungry dweeb.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, ordeal at the grocery store. You guys wouldn't believe it.
Wait, what happened?
I think I would believe it, to be honest.
What happened at the grocery store? Because we were just hearing an insane story about at the grocery store. What happened to you?
They only had diet A&W.
Oh, is that
Oh,
I'm a full dweeb. I'm not a diet dweeb.
Oh,
but did you happen to
I'm a
see a
diet
guy with a buggy like ram somebody else's buggy and strawberries fly everywhere?
Look, man, people do a lot of weird stuff down here in San Diego. I probably.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
who's to say, where the strawberries even came from and whose fault it was. These are just some of the mysteries of life, right?
You're right.
Mhm.
You're right, dude. You're right.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
we're
if
talking
it
about
happened in
falling
San
strawberries.
Diego, you can plead the fifth. So you don't have to self-incriminate. So
Oh,
That's the beauty of this.
that sounds like that's an American thing. I don't think that works in Canada.
Oh yeah.
They'll still take you in and hose you down, even if you say the
So
same
hose
thing.
you down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So we got a question for you from Chappers, and he said, "Dweeb, do you like Tim Hortons?"
I don't think that any Canadian actually likes Tim Hortons. We are just addicted to it. It's like, I like it as in I need it to get my daily fix, and I don't feel like myself without it. But I wouldn't say that it's something I enjoy. I don't think anyone does. It's just coffee, but they put something in it, man. I'm telling you.
I have a question for you. Since we're talking about food, I have to know: Nanaimo bars or date squares?
Oh, date squares easily.
Really?
Are
Yeah.
date squares like a Fig Newton?
Yeah, kind of. It's like some dates with like crusty granola on top, kind of thing. Yeah, no, I'm an old man. I can't handle the Nanaimo bars. They're too sweet for me.
Like too loud old or like younger old? Like or
If 40 sounds
that
threatening,
old? Wow, that old. Wow.
then-
Okay,
then you're only too loud
Let me
old.
work on that. Let me work on that. Do I have
So
it right?
look, Dweeb, we have a thing here, right? Where Jedi digital Dweeb, he likes to make me feel like the oldest one in the room, but I try my best not to put him on blast or put his business out there. But I actually know from the history books that digital Dweeb invented fire.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Not
So-
on fire. That was
That's
my
pretty
cousin.
good.
That was my cousin Analog. Okay.
Well, thanks for that. It's coming.
that was-
I can honestly say I've used your fire, and it's been very useful many times.
barbecue's real good. So
It's my dream to meet the guy who made the wheel. That one's pretty good too.
Oh, he also made the wheel. He did. It was him.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow! I hope
It
you
was.
I
It was
hope you
him.
got a patent on those because
I didn't. I didn't.
all
I
right.
didn't.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, as they say.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And now he has to look at wheels everywhere.
I see wheels and fire everywhere, and all I can do is just be like, okay.
You guys
somebody
made
who
me
invented
too
the wheel, I
thirsty.
assume you would have moved faster.
I gotta get into the hard stuff.
Do it. Me too. I'm there with you, brother.
All right. If you got to, don't let me drink this whole thing, or I'm going to be getting up to use the bathroom like 7 times.
That's all right.
Okay. Okay. So, Dweeb, actually, while we're still on the subject of food, I heard you're like really aficionado of cheesecake. Is this true?
No.
No.
What? No.
Have
No,
I been misled?
I can't stand cheesecake.
Well, what is the food that
What
you
about-
get like at the monster truck rally or the
Or hockey? You like hockey?
or hockey? Oh, yeah, the
What?
hockey game. Yeah.
What? No. What?
No,
We're
dude.
Are you
the
just
good- our
saying,
good
are
friend,
you
the
just
retro
saying
pie
Canadian
guy, and,
things?
No, so no, we actually all of us recently we ended up watching this old podcast that you did, an episode where you were on Chase Brogan's podcast.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
We had such a good time watching that video though. It was so unbalanced, and it was like every time they tried to like match up with you, it was like no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, hockey. You're not into cars? What? Wrestling?
Yeah, I love talking to those guys. Well, I'm the kind of guy that like I like being around people who aren't too similar to me. You know,
Yeah, of
as long
course.
as we can like click personality wise. Like
Yeah.
I'm a-okay with being around hockey fans or cheesecake fans or whatever kind of fans that I'm not. But yeah,
No,
I
I
do-
think the differences between you guys is what made the episode so interesting. It was very funny. I had some good laughs watching it.
Yeah, we
that was
enjoyed
my-
watching that.
That was my first time chatting with Chase, and we've actually chatted a few times since then. He's a really swell dude.
Yeah, I've seen him on a couple of your roundtables, your retro roundtables.
Yeah.
Yep, he's a pretty cool guy. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
He does a lot of really cool stuff with
He's-
Buff Bagwell and some of the like ex-WWE guys, and just like I don't know, I think he's got a good personality. I like the group that he brings on because this is our hobby. We're very handheld focused. I personally love the handheld space, but he brings in a lot of like, let's hack a one-up arcade cabinet. You know, let's let's go
lots
make
of-
sure this TV box is actually good for people. And I think that's cool. It's a different perspective.
It's like an entire other side of the hobby that we don't really touch on that much. I do it every now and then, like I'll do an arcade something or other, but yeah, he definitely does a lot more of that kind of stuff and a lot more cheesecake.
Yeah,
What cheesecake?
Yeah.
So while we're talking about like things that are not really done by us, more in the handheld space, is there something that you would like to visit that you really haven't dealt with on your YouTube yet? Like as far as arcade machines or
Yeah, that's a good
anything
question.
really.
Yeah. I don't know. So whenever I go outside of my niche, the videos perform terribly. And that's just a YouTube thing, right? Like when you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something that's
The
not
algorithm.
yeah. And that's totally fine, I think, because whenever you do one of those kind of videos, even if it doesn't get good views, I always find that the subscriber to view ratio is very high, which means that YouTube is pushing that out to a new audience who hasn't found you yet. So I think if
interesting.
it's almost like I think of it kind of like a skill tree in Skyrim. How you're specking in one direction, and then like let's say you want to pick up a little one-handed axe wielding ness on the side, you got to start doing that, and you're gonna suck at it at first, but eventually you'll start like leveling that up, and then you'll have two things going on. So yeah, like at the start, I didn't think I wanted to do as much retro content as I did, but it was just the stuff that excited me when I sat down to make videos. That's just what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about handhelds and emulation and stuff, so that's what I ended up doing. And yeah, initially I set out with the goal of it being only like a third of my content would be retro, and now it's like 95%, like it's almost entirely.
Is that why you went with the title Tech Dweeb instead of like Retro Dweeb or something like that? It's because initially
Yeah.
you wanted to have more tech involved,
Yeah,
but then you
so
found
the-
yourself enjoying the handheld so much.
Yeah, I didn't think too much about it at the start, to be honest. I was just like, all right, TechDweeb because I always had the nickname of Dweeb. That's kind of just my thing.
Yeah.
So
That's how Daredevil got his
tech-
name.
and I'm spending all this money on tech. I was buying like GPUs and like little home console things and handhelds. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to make a YouTube channel to kind of justify my purchase of all this stuff and just share my experience with it and fumble through it or whatever. And
That's genius.
It makes sense.
It's genius. I use that with my wife all the time. All the time I tell her, like, I need this handheld. I'm a content creator. I need to be able to showcase this handheld. So
you don't have a problem. You have a channel.
Yeah,
exactly.
He suckered me with that one too a bunch of times too. You need to get this. You're a content creator now. Go get it. And then I get it, and I'm like, when is yours coming? He's like, I didn't order that. Get out of here.
And even though we all know that we're not fooling anyone, right? As long as we can fool ourselves, we're good.
Well, no, I did fool Jedi. I did fool.
Oh no, you got him.
I did. So Jedi, it was what was it? It was the RG slide, right? And the RG slide was coming out, and like we're all hype about it. And we're like, and he's like, oh, what color are you getting? I'm like, oh, I'll probably get black. And he's like, okay, I just ordered the black. Did you order yours? Like, oh, I'm not getting it.
It's just mean.
Yeah.
Dude, I had intentions on getting it, but it was like, sometimes I think like as a creator, the worst thing that we can do, honestly, is when we're expecting a device or waiting for it, is to go and watch somebody else's presentation of that device. It's the worst thing that we can do.
That's just a thing with buying stuff. Like if you buy something and you're waiting for it to arrive and then you start watching reviews, then that's terrible, because if you watch a negative review, you're gonna have buyer's remorse before you even get the thing, or if it colors. Yeah, I mean, we all do it, right? It's almost impossible, but yeah.
I don't even know what buyer's remorse is, sir. I couldn't even begin to tell you what that is.
Yeah,
If you're coming at it from a reviewer's perspective, you don't want somebody else's opinion to color yours. You want to be like, what is my experience with this device in isolation? How do I feel without somebody telling me how I feel? So
there's truth to that, but also sometimes other reviewers put things on my radar that I wouldn't even have thought about. And sometimes I can mention other people's videos. I'll be like, Russ said this about the D-pad, but he's full of crap. The D-pad's good, or whatever.
yeah. So actually, it's funny you say that, Dweeb, because when I initially got into the space, one of the first handhelds that I was reviewing, and I did quite a bit of videos on it, was the R36S. And at the time when I was reviewing it, it seemed like a lot of the bigger creators didn't like it. They were like, it's a clone of a clone. It's clicky and this. And I was just like, dude, it's such a great device for the money. Like, I don't give a crap. I could go outside. If I lose it, I'm not upset. If I break it, I'm not upset.
Device.
One could even say it's nice for the price.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And if you're a true vertical guy like me, you have multiples of this one. If you're a true vertical hangout guy like
Jedi,
me,
Jedi, you are not a vertical guy.
You're speaking to me. I have so much respect for you right now.
Thank you, brother. Mutual feeling.
No, I hate this. I hate it. He's fooling you. He's fooling you right now, dude. I am the vertical lover here.
I look at the screen and I see all this evidence that he's a vertical lover. So I don't know. The proof is where the handhelds are. So
yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go back there and pull out all my verticals because I know I have way more than him, and it'll take up probably the next 20 minutes. But hey, did you literally just pull those out of your pocket, dude? like
how was it?
How
do I do it? How do I do it?
On a cart next to you, didn't you? Like, you're learning.
What's that now? Who's the vertical guy?
The best.
Yeah.
Oh,
who's the vertical guy now?
Yeah.
You know what? You guys can have
understudy for me. Yeah, you could be my understudy if I ever get sick.
Dweeb is my uncle. That's what I'm telling people from now on.
All right.
This is great. This is great. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Pun Live. Yes, I agree with who Peter Arvidsson. I wonder who this guy is. He looks very familiar. But
Looks kinda
anyways,
like a dweeb.
Fun.
Yeah, that
he
hair
does
is
look like a
stellar,
dweeb.
man.
Dude, those glasses. I mean, he looks very familiar, but I
He
agree with
does,
him.
he does.
Hype sticks are amazing. I love hype sticks. Great job, Pun.
See just how cool
keep doing,
that lights up.
Keep doing your thing.
This is a rave. This is a rave in a handheld.
Yeah. This is a rave in a handheld. That's great. Yeah, so actually, Dweeb, I know that Jedi, since Jedi's stealing all my thunder today, I'm gonna go ahead and steal a little bit of thunder. I saw that lately you're recommending the G350.
Oh my
And,
gosh, you monster.
Boom. Got it locked and loaded
So-
right there.
Oh,
So I'm
dude,
curious.
I was so offended the
I'm-
other day by that video. Go ahead, too loud.
Yeah, so sorry, I was reading. I don't know if he wants me to say his actual online name now that he realized that it's his actual name. I don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know it though. So actually, I was curious because I know that. I mean, I'm very similar to you when it comes to Miyoo, right? And I keep a Miyoo with me everywhere I go, and it's just been such a go-to for so long. I've always told people like I can't. I don't know what it is. There's other handhelds that come out all the time, and I'm like, yo, this one looks like it's finally gonna beat the Miyoo, and then it doesn't. And then this one comes out, it's like, oh, the Pixel, nope. Oh, the Brick, nope. Like it is for some reason or another, they just never beat the Miyoo. And
so what we need is Anbernic to do what Anbernic does best, which is to copy someone else. So they just need to copy this, like just do it, like.
But they tried, right? In the 35XX Plus. I mean, they would have to make a mini version.
No, that's a clone of the Miyoo Mini Plus. We need
you're right.
We need a 28XX-V.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that out loud. I've been pitching for that for years. Because you know that they could. They've gotten the PCB down that small.
Easily. They got the 28XX. They've got the screen. They've got they easily could. They got the chipset. Like just steal everything that's good about this and shove a H700 in there and put your operating system on and Newly and all that stuff. I love the Miyoo Mini, but I'm not like loyal to it, you know, like if something else came along that did this better, I'm fine. I'll throw this in the freaking garbage. I don't care. I just need something like this size, this shape, this little friend that goes with me.
One of the little
as long as it just has a good snappy operating system, and as long as it's like a Miyoo Mini with HDMI and Bluetooth and video out, all that. Man, forget about it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think there's more to it. It has to be more than snappy. Like I recommend the Miyoo Mini Plus because of the experience, especially for new people. You know, I think that the stock Anbernic software is great, but nothing can compete with Onion. Nothing, especially
that's
for
the biggest thing for me. I think with the Miyoo.
It's always that, you know. And we were having that conversation about your G350. I cannot believe you didn't bring up the Flip Zizzle in that video and talk about recommending it. I was shocked.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't the when you talked about the G350. I said, oh, when his favorite handheld, I'm like, he's gonna bring up the Miyoo Mini or the Flip Zizzle or something. And he just said the G350. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh yeah,
this imposter.
Yeah, the reason that the G350
Who's this imposter is crazy.
The reason the G350 is good isn't because it does anything better than any other device. It's the price. At that price, it's like it's just the perfect amount of quality compared to the cheapness, right? Like you go with an R36S if you want to save a bit of money or whatever, but it's just like a couple extra bucks, you get G350, and I think it's just that much better. All good though. Like whatever you can tolerate, whatever your wallet can tolerate, right? Like there's no wrong answer with this.
No, yeah, I agree. But I also agree with the selection of the G350. I think it's a solid handheld for the price. Absolutely.
It's a balance,
I-
right? It's a balance
it's-
between what you get out of what you get out of the R36S versus just the quality of the buttons. And I constantly made fun of Matt, who's a bit of a tinkerer, and I appreciate this, but after spending $100 on upgrades, you can finally make that a decent console. In which case, what's the point? You could have just gotten the G350.
What are you talking about? It was only like $75 worth of upgrades. What are you talking about?
Well, that's
Plus
part
the time,
of, that's
the
part of the
prints, the
hobby.
filament.
You
Oh
gotta find a way to keep spending money and keep buying things. So it's just a rite of passage with any device, really.
Shh, I think my wife's watching. Can you stop talking about that? Keep
Yeah.
finding ways to spend money.
It's an
stuff.
investment. I meant to say an investment in our channel. We need it to make content, and we will turn it into subscribers or whatever.
Well, let me ask you guys a real question I've never asked you before. What is your success rate in real life converting people into actually like getting one of these handhelds? Because I've given a lot away, and for a lot of people,
Well, he'd have to leave his basement for that, right?
No,
He'd have to leave his basement in order to convert people into handheld gamers in real life.
I do occasionally need to leave. I gotta go to the dentist. I get lots of cavities because I eat lots of candy. I gotta go to the grocery store to buy candy. I go to family things. I got a really big family. Like you have no idea.
Your uncle with the RG40 H, right? Just a bigger screen for a retro handheld so they could play. Like,
yeah.
The nice thing about the G350 is that balance. It doesn't cost that much to convince somebody to at least try it and get in.
Oh yeah. I think it's a great handheld for a gift for sure. Especially if you take the time to like fix it up and put the best ROM sets on there and the best system. If you like put in a little TLC and you gift that to someone, forget about it. It's so nice.
I screwed the pooch here, guys, because everybody's top-down hands, and you guys are having a blast playing your games. I don't know how entertaining I would be as the face like this.
Well, you're not really good looking to begin with, so it's kind of rough. That's why we're all looking at our console, so we don't have to look at your face.
Oh, I feel you.
Well, so when you wear that shirt and I can see your face, you look like you're going to Halloween jail. So that's it should be hands only.
Halloween jail.
Well, you heard that, chat. Make sure you guys have bond money ready because I may be going to Halloween jail per Hungry Dweeb. So
the reason I don't show my face is that it's I don't want to distract people from my content. My face is so freaking good, like so good. You have no idea it's sort of like I don't know, like if I had like ripped muscles and like, which I do, that's why I don't, but I was sitting there with the tank top off and people wouldn't concentrate on what I'm saying because my face is so nice and my ripped muscles are so ripped.
That's why you really don't like to go out that often, then. That's what it is right there. It's like you ever seen the Axe commercials, the old Axe commercials?
Yes, the guy riding the horse.
And then they're running and they're like, all the ladies are chasing them down the street. Like,
yeah.
So what I heard out of that is what Dweeb was saying, that Tula has more subscribers than me is because he's so ugly and people don't pay attention to his face. That's what I heard.
Well, you know what it is that to be fair, right? To be fair, I'm a hand model now, Matt. And my hands, my face might not be all that, but my hands are gorgeous. All right. My wife tells me all the time
pretty nice hands
that I have like baby hands because it feels like I've never done real labor in my life. So they're perfect for hand modeling, And
so I said I made that joke in one of my videos. I was like, "Oh, I'm just a hand model, why would you listen to me?" And someone was in my comments was like, "A hand model, not with those cuticles." And ever since then, I've been so self-conscious about my freaking cuticles. I look at them every single day, and I'm like, "Oh man, how can I get better cuticles?" I didn't even know what a cuticle was before someone said that.
Dude, you know what's hilarious?
Get you to do the dishes.
Dweeb and baby heads. You said Dweeb and baby heads.
So Dweeb, so as early on in my YouTube, I didn't mean to unclick that. Early on in my YouTube, I made a video. I had been outside messing with a 4-wheeler or or my car because I really like the outdoors a lot, right? And So I came in, I wanted to shoot this video on a handheld, and I had to notice like maybe like a little smudge of dirt under one of my nails or something. And ever since that video, I had this guy, he commented in there, he was like, ew, disgusting, clean your nails, bruh. And,
Yeah.
and like ever since then, now, every time I go to record a video, I make sure my nails are cleaned, they're trimmed.
I don't think I ever actually cleaned my nails before I started making YouTube videos, ever.
Dude, people in the comments don't know that their ruthlessness creates a monster.
Oh my
God.
Or like what one time I got like a little I burned my finger, I would whatever on the side of a pan, and I just burned it, and it scabbed over or whatever. And in that video, I got a whole bunch of comments of people like, oh, are you okay, man? Oh, watch out. What happened? Do it, man? I'm like, it's just it's a little scratch.
Don't let him in the kitchen. Yeah.
Well, like my hands are so big on the camera that even a little scratch looks like it looks like I'm dying or something. So I actually bought some makeup to cover up like scratches or scabs or whatever. Because I'm a clumsy guy. I get them all the time.
You're a real hand model then, bro. You're doing real hand model things.
Yeah.
What game is that? Dweeb, what game is that?
This is Blades of Vengeance on the Sega Genesis.
Ooh, I'm gonna check that
I
out.
believe I remember seeing that on one of your Hidden Gems videos. It was a good one.
Oh yeah, I play
was
this
that in
on
Genesis
all the
Hidden Gems?
time. It's one of the nicest looking pixel art games of this era. It's one of the games that I fire up whenever I'm like, ooh, I want to see how good this screen looks.
What's you guys' favorite side-scrolling like action game like that? You guys have a favorite one like that?
Mega Man.
Lots of them.
If it counts.
Mega Man?
So yeah,
Mega Man or Mega Man X, I should say specifically.
Well, I mean, like there's like so when you said side-scrolling action game like that, I was picturing because there's lots of different side-scrolling action game styles, right? Like some of them are more open-ended, to like Metroidvanias are side-scrolling action games technically, but like they're very different, right, than a Mega Man game or whatever.
Very true.
So,
very true.
Yeah.
So not Metroidvania, because Metroidvania is an easy win for me every time. So not Metroidvania.
This one's almost like a beat 'em up. It's kind of mindless. Like it's just level based, and you just go and you smash stuff, and you just keep smashing stuff. Yeah, so
It looks awesome.
Yeah,
I'm launching it right now.
So
my go-to. Go ahead.
Okay, one of my favorite styles of side-scrolling action games are the ones that are not like Metroidvania, but like adventure games that you have to you go around and find stuff and solve puzzles. There's one called Legacy of the Wizard on the NES. That's one of my favorites. And it's sort of like, side-scrolling action game, but it's also almost half RPG or something, but there's no leveling up or anything. Like, hard to describe it. It's sort of like side-scrolling Zelda kind of games, I guess.
Interesting.
That was a Drakengard, that Drakengard sequel game that you showed on your SNES Hidden Gems video. Like, that looked like a cool one where it mixed up, side-scrolling action with the exploration.
That one was most fascinating because it looked like a PC RPG on the Super Nintendo. Like younger,
I agree. It did.
Teenage or tween age TechDweeb would have been all over that game. That as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, I wish I could gift this to my 11-year-old self, because I would have been all over that.
Dude, I wish I could gift one of these to my 11-year-old self.
Oh my gosh,
gift
for real.
a handheld to my 11-year-old self.
Oh,
yeah,
like
we all do.
Dude, I'd have been the coolest kid at the bus stop, dude.
Most people would say like a cell phone, with internet, and just blow your mind.
Oh,
no. You can look at anything or whatever, but like for me, it's the games. Yeah. Gift a retro handheld that has all the Super Nintendo games, all the Nintendo and all the Game Boy. Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
Yeah.
So you did a cell phone with the internet and everything, and there was no website. The internet was not even the way that it is today. You weren't going to go to a YouTube.
The phone would need would need a way to communicate with the future and
with the future. Yeah.
I made a pitch for one of these a while ago, which was, if you remember what the big deal was about the iPod, think about the original iPod and what the landscape was like before that. It's 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Yeah.
Right. So that's cool, but I like games. So to me, this is or should be as big as the iPod, because it's the thing that I actually want, but I have the entire what feels like the entire history of gaming in my pocket, available at all times.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Peter Arvidsson, whoever you are.
Just
Yeah,
whoever
some
you
strange
are.
random visitor.
I feel like he probably has stubby thumbs, but I'm just reaching here.
That's just from strumming the bass. He looks like a musician to me with that hair.
He does.
Let me
Definitely
ask you
looks
guys,
like a musician.
and the people watching too. So these guys have been giving me a hard time because I'm really excited about the Masters of the Universe game coming out. It's kind of like this.
Yeah, I am too.
Tell me.
I am so excited.
Yeah,
It's
you
one
see?
of my most anticipated games right now, I think.
Now you guys feel bad, don't you? Now you look at Tulak, can't even look at the screen. Can't even look at the screen.
I'm cautiously
the problem is-
I'm cautiously optimistic because I was also super excited about G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra, and that one kind of fizzled a bit. So
Yeah.
you know, it can be hit or miss with revisiting our favorite old childhood franchises.
The problem is the Master of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren already came out, and it didn't get any better than that. So at that point, the book was kind of closed on He-Man. It's like you can just watch that again and watch Skeletor with his awesome looking face and thinking like, this is the best He-Man will ever be.
Yeah, when I got my Commodore 1702 CRT monitor, the first thing I fired up was He-Man.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Jedi, you know what you're doing, do you?
I downloaded Hercules: The Longest Journeys. You know that one?
No,
So
but where?
this
Well, I'm
one-
gonna get it. Is it a game? Or are you talking about the show?
No, it's a show. It's an old cheesy show. You know Xena the Warrior Princess?
Oh, is that the one with Kevin Sorbo?
I remember the Kevin Sorbo era. Yep.
Yeah.
Hercules, the Legendary Journey was the Hercules version of that. They were on at the same time, and I think they were even made by the same company. So it's like, you know, the cheesiness of like made for TV fantasy show, but like it's Hercules instead of Xena.
Yeah, and I think it was the guy was Kevin Sorbo, wasn't he? The guy that played the main character.
Oh, that sounds
Kevin
right.
Sorbo.
I don't know. I'm really bad with actor names and stuff.
Oh, that's why we keep Hungry Dweeb around. He is
He
is
knows
the
that stuff.
sponge of all movies, casts, punchlines.
Wait,
Like,
we're live. We can just tell the chat to look it up for us, right? They're just like our
Yeah,
slaves. They'll
absolutely.
do whatever we say. So somebody find out the name of the actor who played Hercules, and also what his sidekick name was. I can't remember. It's on the tip
Oh,
of my tongue.
the little shorter guy.
Yeah.
Tulak, you have to play this game. This game's awesome, Tulak.
I can't
But this
play
is
right
one,
now.
this is one of the
dude.
things. This is one of the
I
things
have
that
to
kills me
look
about-
and be attentive now. I should
No,
I
it
should have
is
started hands.
about,
I should have started hands only.
No, tell the
just
truth.
Google and
Go ahead. Sorry.
this is my problem with Google and ChatGPT is that it ruins my ability to lie, right? Because all of a sudden I'm going along, I'm telling a great story, the punchline's coming, and somebody brings up Google. No, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Yeah.
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 He's not playing because he's a horizontal guy and he doesn't want to pull out his horizontal.
Oh, sorry, what?
He's not playing games because he doesn't want to pull out a horizontal device since we're all using verticals and he feels bad. See the look on his
Dude,
face?
I am surrounded by verticals. What are you talking? Like,
Sure.
literally, the only non-vertical I have in my perimeter right now is actually, I still consider it a vertical because it's clamshell, so it's kind of like a folding vertical. But other than that, I have a Miyoo Mini, I have a classic, I have a G350, I have a what is this? The V10 Pow Kitty.
Sure.
I have the
That's not all
Miyoo
AI.
Mini
That's
Plus.
not all AI
I don't.
stuff.
I don't want to make you jealous, but I have an I.
Ooh.
Ooh, the biggest Game Boy.
Yeah,
that's
that's
you wanted one of those too loud.
I've wanted one of those for quite a while. Yeah,
it is so crazy good. Not probably, to be honest, probably not worth the money. It's overpriced, I think, for what you're going to be playing on it and what it's good for. However, it is the best there is. So if you want the best there is, I guess you got to pay for that.
Yeah. I will be picking up one at some time. I want one. I mean, for the time being, the classic kind of filled the gap. But honestly, to be honest, and to be absolutely fair, the classic only made me want the DMG even more. Like,
is so crazy good for the price, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's It's not quite there. The thing I don't like about the Classic the most is that one of my favorite things about this is the flat back. See how flat that is?
Uh-huh.
Flat.
Like analog
that-
pockets flat.
Yeah, that the hump on the pocket doesn't really do it for me. I don't have that Game Boy Color nostalgia, I guess. So
Yeah.
like, it just gets in the way. I wish they had a flat option, and I was hoping that there would be some sort of 3D printed Etsy option to cover that up, but nothing's come along yet.
They do have a grip.
I wish the buttons were bigger.
Dude.
I just wish the buttons were a little bigger. So I pulled out my DMG.
Let me
and it
see
just
if the
reminds
grip.
me.
I think I printed a grip.
Look at the difference between the button sizes between most traditional retro handhelds and the old school DMG. This is just you're not going to miss.
That's one of the things that is nice about this is the buttons are very big compared to I don't know. Here's a G350.
Ah,
See,
look.
I don't know
Yep.
if you can see the
I
difference.
can see the size difference.
Camera
Yeah.
picking that up? Is the camera picking that up?
Your
There's
Genesis,
cheats.
the big button,
There's-
the big buttons on the bottom row of
No,
that Genesis Classic.
There's cheats for Blades of Vengeance. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Hey, did you see?
I mean,
did you
so
see
the
my,
thing-
did you see my Pocket Classic, the one I painted?
Yes, I did. I thought
Yeah.
I thought about painting mine after I saw yours, but then they announced this
Yep.
one here, which I love. So
Yeah,
He was going to paint it black. We had talked about it, and we were like, "Bro," he was like, "I want to paint it." I was like, "Dude, paint it black," because I thought, to me, I was not excited about the 6-button, and especially in the color variation that came in. And then once we had both, I think we seen your video the same day, and we started talking about it. And at that point, he was like, "I want to paint mine." I was like, "Dude, paint it all black. It'll look so good." And then
I
like
even bought a
literally.
black bezel for it. I even bought a black bezel for it. And, then
And
they
what
made
was it like?
black.
Maybe a week later, they announced the black one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was perfect timing.
Yes, sir.
Painting handhelds black is actually pretty easy. That's the one color that it's hard to screw it up. If you get into like a medium tone or a color, if the paint isn't perfect, you'll notice it. But when you paint it black, it turns out perfect almost every time.
Oh no, I'll find a way to screw that up.
Yeah,
That's process learning.
I'm in the middle of a painting project right now. I'm making a how to make your own retro computer monitor video. So I bought a
Nice.
4x3 Amazon monitor, and I painted it beige, and I'm putting on some like old school looking buttons to make it look all retro.
Nice.
Is this for the DOS computer?
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love that you did that thing. I love that you're giving DOS and some of those old DOS games the attention that, in my mind, it deserves. Because
yeah.
the same way that the Europeans had for the ZX Spectrum, like just those old DOS computers, like that was just my era.
Yeah, lots of people had the Amiga as well. That's a whole other world I got to explore some more. But DOS
They were
was like-
expensive.
yeah,
The
they
Commodore
were.
computers were expensive. The DOS ones could be, I'm not saying they were cheap at the time, but they were more attainable.
Yeah, you'd find them at like garage sales and stuff all over the place, right? Because that's what like businesses were using.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. DOS was like that was my childhood mostly. Like I did have a Super Nintendo. I got a Super Nintendo eventually. I was late in the Super Nintendo because we couldn't afford one. But for whatever reason, we had I think it was probably a garage sale thing, like 10 years old or whatever. But I got a 386 with a Hercules graphics adapter, so it was a monochrome monitor, and it had like barely any games, but like it had QBasic, so I could tinker and I could sort of make my own like games. I had a book of how to write games for QBasic, and I used to I would copy out the example games that they had in the book. I would type them in and save them, so like that was my games for this computer, was like these example games like blackjack or whatever.
But that's how you learn. Honestly, just copying and pasting and then just reading a little bit is a great way to learn a little bit about how to code.
Yeah. I most of my fundamental base level computer skills I learned back in those days. Like formatting a disk. I know that because I formatted a disk I shouldn't have formatted, and that's how I learned what formatting was.
Yep, that's how I learned. That's how I learned as well.
There.
I formatted the primary hard drive. Yeah.
Yeah. Trial by fire.
Yeah. I've told these guys my story. So I was actually the opposite of you. I didn't have a PC for a very long time. I had an NES, and then I had a Super NES, but I didn't have a PC. My first sample of PC gaming was probably around 95, 96. My grandfather had a library in his home. I went over there. I installed Doom. I believe it was Doom on PC. And I had a blast. I was like, oh my God. And I remember because the mice back then, it had like the ball underneath on the bottom.
Ooh,
And I was just so impressed with it, and I thought it was so cool. And I had a blast. I convinced my dad like maybe a year later to buy us a computer, and I think I've told this story too. Yeah. I was like, dude. Well, actually, what was the cool thing was back then in my school they were doing a typing class, so I did tell my dad I needed it for school because they had a typing class, and that was the extent of computer classes in school at the time when I was going to school. It was like typing class, and like Oregon Trail or something like that.
Number munchers, man.
Oh,
there was a Canadian version of Oregon Trail called Cross Country Canada, and that's what was installed on all the. That's what was installed on all the computers in school and stuff. So all the Canadian kids who grew up in Canada, we all played that game. That's our Oregon
Oh, that's
Trail.
awesome.
It's a lame version where nothing bad happens and you just go around learning.
That's what Oregon Trail is. You die of dysentery and you're supposed to feel bad.
Yeah, there's none of that in Cross Country Canada. In Cross Country Canada, you just like learn about landmarks and various things. My Doom story is we used to the first computer I had that we could play Doom on. It had a 40 megabyte hard drive. It was the hard drive for it.
Oof.
And so
those are great.
No, that's a lot at the time. That's a lot.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
Well,
I
so
know.
Doom came on like I forget how many floppies, like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't remember.
It was a bunch.
Yeah, but so like to install Doom, I couldn't run it off the floppies like most of my games, so I had to uninstall Windows. We had Windows 3.1, so I had to uninstall Windows, install Doom, play Doom, and when I was done, I had to reinstall Windows. Or else my mom would get mad because she can't do her her taxes or whatever she did.
Did you back up all your files from Windows onto an external hard drive?
Oh yeah, it was like all the files are still on the. I didn't touch like mom's folder or anything like that. It's just like the Windows.
I was just kidding about the external hard drive because there was none back then, right? But like, did you like copy up to a floppy?
Yeah, we had floppies.
If you were rich, you could have a zip disk, but other than that, it was just
floppies. Remember the zip disk? That's so funny.
That thing was magic because 1 megabyte per disk, and you had to zip up your archive and split it up across multiple disks. Yeah. It's
yeah.
That was the time.
I don't even remember the zip disk.
And it took like
10 minutes
zip
disk?
to like get the stuff off it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had a transfer rate of like 1 kilobyte per minute.
Yeah, they were tapes. Dude. They're like cassette tapes. That's it's like a cassette tape with a big zip file on it. Kind of.
Do you remember? So my first PC was a Mac, and it was a device that you literally had a cassette player that you attached to it, and that's how you save files and save games and stuff like that. You guys ever have anything like that?
No, that
was pre-Mac. That had to be Apple II or Apple II.
Yeah, it was Apple. Yeah, it wasn't a Mac. I'm sorry, it was an Apple. Yeah. It was an original Apple, but yeah. Yep, I never forget that stuff. That's how old.
Some of the really good games on the Apple II. Like
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm playing Paperboy on the Game Boy, and I didn't realize there's like a skate or die obstacle course at the end of your paper route. This is crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I used to love that area there. I've been watching you play it the entire time, and I was thinking
it's like
to myself,
first time
like,
ever
man,
playing this, the Game Boy.
Really?
Every time I see that game, it puts me back where I was when I used to play it.
I played the NES version, but there's this one doesn't. This one doesn't feel familiar.
So Leonzio in the chat said that DMG screen though, so clean. And I have to agree, it is absolutely gorgeous. Is the resolution on the DMG higher than the classic?
No, it's the same screen.
It's the same screen. Oh,
It's the
okay.
same exact screen. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And it's also the same screen that's on the RP Mini, and it's
Yep.
also the same screen that is the lower screen on the
The Thor.
Thor. The Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. I
Yeah,
am
that-
excited
that's,
for the Thor.
That's why. That's
Oh.
one of the reasons why the Classic is so good, is because it has the best Game Boy screen. The best. It's so
Yeah.
freaking good. It's not pixel perfect integer scaling for Game Boy if you go full screen, but there's pixel density is so high you can't even tell. You can't tell. You don't even need interpolation shaders. Like we're talking like some pixels are 6 pixels wide and some are 7 kind of thing. Like
You don't have to
barely any
convince
difference.
me, TD, because I am a monster. I will stretch everything.
Yes.
with
What?
I'm with
no
you.
remorse.
Mhm.
With
All right.
zero remorse. So I mean, for video's sake, I will show it proper integer scale and things like that. But for my own pleasure, if I pay for the pixel, I use the pixel. Like
just so that you just do that so you don't get yelled at in the comments, right?
Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
stretching you stretching
You
PSP
have-
on this thing?
you have
Oh my
to.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
Man, listen.
You want to see skinny Kratos? This is the device.
Stretch Virtual
Michael.
Boy on there.
I've seen people play PSP perfectly on there. They turn it sideways and get a Bluetooth controller telescopic and put it in
Beautiful.
there like that, and it's absolutely insane. Like
It's a good
wow,
Actually, it's
okay.
shockingly, it works really, really well because it's using the Android version of PPSSPP. You think like, oh, it's the same processor as the TrimUI Smart Pro, but
But
I
it's
went
on
a video and I
Android,
was like,
so you
wait a
got
minute, there's
full
no
Vulkan
on
support.
this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah. PSP and Sega Saturn are two systems that if you're on Android, you'll get way better performance.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You get full
And 64
Vulkan.
to a
You
bit,
get full
too.
Vulkan. So
Oh yeah, that's true. If you do standalone loop in 64,
hmm
yeah.
So here's a question for you. I know we're very similar with this, and that's Game Boy Advance being near and dear to us as far as the catalogs and going back to them. What is your go-to comfort GBA game?
Oh, there is so freaking many. That's a big question.
I know you're not like a big Pokemon guy, right?
I've never actually played a Pokemon game, like really played. Like
Thank you, sir.
I've started
I thought
them,
that before.
Yeah, I've started them, and I'll show them in my videos or whatever. I don't, apart from like the very basic Pokemons, I don't know their names, or I don't know which games are the best. So I have a lot to learn. Actually, that's one of my projects for my Dusty Game Society. Is I want to do one of the early Pokemon games, and that'll be my chance to really sink my teeth into a Pokemon game and give it the attention it deserves.
Well, the thing is that the earlier Pokemon games are actually more difficult than the modern Pokemon games. So that's going to be a good time for you.
That checks out because most old games are harder than.
Can I say something which is going to get your channel canceled and just make everybody want to leave?
No, you cannot.
say it anyways.
Why would I agree to that? You know what?
Um,
Before you get the opportunity, here.
Yeah.
You kick him out.
Michael wouldn't do it.
And that is why Be the Pinata is just a better game. Be the Pinata is a better game than Pokemon.
He was literally telling the story the whole time.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, Leonzio
What a
said,
dweeb.
Too Loud looks like he wishes he was playing games too. I do wish that I was also playing. I've been saying it this whole time because I'm so jealous of these guys with the top-down view, drinking their root beers and their non-root beers and playing their vertical. Wait a minute, Michael's not playing a vertical anymore.
No, I'm showing him the better version of the Game Gear handheld. The better version of the Genesis handheld.
I mean, that's what I always thought with that handheld. I hope. I mean, I doubt they will. Anbernic redo some of the 353P, the ARC, and bring us a new chipset, new screens, but just keep the shell. I think those are so cool. It's so cool as a dedicated system. Like you got your ARC for your dedicated Genesis, you have your 353P for your dedicated SNES. I think it's so cool, man. I really admire it. And then yeah, like your 34, 35XX. Man, Anbernic's been losing me so much with the titles. 35XXH. Is that that's the Game Boy, right? The Game Boy, the GBA.
34XXH is
34XXH.
34XXH is this one.
Okay.
If only somebody would come up with better names for these things.
All right.
I know. You know, I went
Flip Zizzle.
Yeah.
I went earlier to start writing. Man, I've had such a busy day, right? But I told Matt last night, like, I'm gonna write us a key diagram of all the names that TechDweeb uses, like for each handheld, and I was gonna write down a whole legend, like. But I got so tied up today.
I only did the XX line of devices. I don't.
No, I know.
I don't even have it in me to go through all the devices ever. But like, yeah.
Again, Embernic surprised us. Every now and again, you'll get a good name. You'll get an arc. It didn't need the RG, but you'll get an arc. You'll get a slide. You know, you'll get something which actually has like a name within the context of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
and then we retrieve back some numbers and letters because that's what people expect.
So you asked me my favorite cozy game on the Game Boy Advance. Is that right?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to go with Sea Trader of Taipan.
I don't know if I've ever heard of this game.
Rise of Taipan.
Didn't you? Wasn't that on your Hidden Gems game? I think that
is one of the. Yeah, that's my. This was in my first GBA Hidden Gems game because I love it so much. It's one of my most played GBA games. It's like a trading game. It's cozy in the sense that like you just turn your brain off and there's no action aspect of it. You're just kind of going back and forth between ports and trading goods, doing little missions or whatever. And there's sometimes random events that happen. It's sort of like a turn-based Sid Meier's Pirates kind of thing.
Interesting.
Okay. Man, that screen is gorgeous. The more I look at it, every time I look back up at my screen, so I'm here trying to scroll through catalogs, trying to see if I have that game already present in one of my handhelds. But every time I look back up and I see that screen, the contrast, the saturation, I love AMOLED displays. And being able to play these old pixel games on an AMOLED is literally the next level. Like, it is so good. Do you like imitate CRTs on AMOLEDs, or do you just use them in their sharpness?
If I'm feeling spicy, sometimes, not always. Very rarely do I sit down to play a game just for me without some other string attached. I make so much content that like I always feel that I need to be, if I'm playing with a handheld, I might as well double up and hit the record button and record some gameplay for some Hidden Gems video or whatever. And whenever I'm showing that kind of stuff on YouTube, I don't like the CRT filters and the scanline filters and the LCD shaders and stuff. It just doesn't look good on YouTube. The YouTube compression just destroys the quality. So I gotta just have raw pixels for any kind of content that I'm sharing. And so when I sit down to play, if I like bring this on vacation or something, and I'm playing some stuff just for me, no strings attached, I probably will have some combination of interesting shaders on there because I do like it. It's fun and it feels more nostalgic and immersive, but also like on a screen like this, you get like a shader experience you can't get on a lower resolution screen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like if you're running, like a CRT shader on a Zazbizzle or whatever, it's a completely different thing than running it on here, even if it's the same shader, because the number of pixels you have to work with and how many scan lines it can, like how much of a curve it can give to the pixels before those pixels get shifted or whatever, and it looks weird. Like there's very little that compares to this screen.
Wow.
So I don't mean to backtrack, but I want to go back to the GBA thing. So I used to be a huge SNES guy. And do you remember when you guys made that video, it might have been the first roundtable video, where your favorite system to emulate? and it was Dweeb and Tulal that were doing the GBA, and then we had a conversation about it. Now I'm completely obsessed with GBA. These guys asked for a while there. My goal was to collect every single 3x2 aspect ratio device that I could find.
Yeah.
And
Did you give up on it?
GBA, so I didn't give up on it. They stopped making them. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, no, he hasn't given up. He's just he's waiting for something new. Yeah.
Do you have an ace?
I knew he was gonna ask me. No, I don't have an ace. And Fred, Dead Fred from Gaming with Dead Fred had an ace. He said, "Hey, you want it?" And I was like, "Well," and then I hesitated, and I blew that opportunity, man.
Yeah, you can still get them. The resellers have them, but. Yeah, it's I mean, don't beat yourself up. There will be something else that comes along, but 3x2 handhelds are so few and far between, and it's the middle ground ratio. It's not just for GBA that it's good. It's good for all sorts of stuff. So
Agreed.
I hope that there's some new stuff in the pipeline. I know Magic X has something, right? Like they have.
Dead Fred said KTR1S will be 3x2.
Yeah.
There's a couple. The new Magic X, the 135 is going to be 3x2. Yep.
Yeah, what about that Pouch-Kitty, the RGB 50? If that ever comes out.
Yep.
RGB 50.
GKD Little, right? That was another one. I think they're all utilizing the same large screen. So I want to see more of those out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
They were all utilizing the screen that came with the original KTR one. So, but if we ever get them, anyway. But and for me, Alien Hominid. And these guys know that's my first choice for GBA. Always Alien Hominid, even over Metroid.
It's hard. So you have to cheat.
Yeah. That goes without saying. You guys know I cheat.
Yeah.
No, we've come to expect nothing less from you, sir.
There's so many good GBA games, but so few of them I could classify as cozy because they are hard. They're just like some of my favorites that I fire up all the time, but like they kick my butt every single time. They're not cozy at all. They stress me out.
Oh man, the Dusty Game Society game this month, the Scourge Hive. Talk about hard, man.
Oh yeah,
that game kicked my butt.
It's deceptive. Within the first 10 minutes, you're like, oh okay, it's just an adventure thing. I got this, no problem. But yeah, it picks up.
Yeah.
So actually, I know Michael wanted to ask you about. I know you're not big on like future handhelds and things like that, but this one here we kind of felt like this one would be more up your alley. And Michael, if you wanted to go ahead and ask him about that.
So I love the Miyoo Mini. It fits in my pocket. I can keep my keys in there. It goes with me everywhere. But I also love clamshells. Now, we know they did the Miyoo Flip, but now there's pretty strong evidence that there may end up being a Miyoo Mini Flip, to the point where they possibly even stop producing this so they can make a Miyoo Mini Flip.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it compatible with Onion OS. It's a dilemma, right? You want it to be compatible with Onion OS. You got to keep the same Sigma Star, processor and SoC in here. And so I'm just curious to know, would you prefer Onion OS compatibility and the older SoC, or would you prefer that they try to go to something more powerful and more modern, can run more games, but still a flip version of the Miyoo Mini?
Oh, on a 2.8 inch screen, I do not need Dreamcast or N64.
Agreed.
True.
Yeah. I don't. So I love flips. I'm super into the idea of it, but I gotta wait and see, because we've never had a flip that small, right? And
the Funky X.
When you go camping.
Oh, the Funky.
Yeah, but that's not really. That doesn't really count.
It's a tiny little guy, and
that's like kind of game on this. It's a novelty.
Yeah, it's a novelty. That's the word I was looking for.
My experience with the Funky S that makes me hesitant, because the Funky S is a neat little thing. It's kind of a fascinating object, but it is not a comfortable way to play action games or anything like that. Like the Miyoo Mini is so freaking comfortable. This is so ridiculously comfortable for me. I know some people get cramped up or whatever, but like these are like full size buttons. This is a full size D-pad. Like it is so comfortable to game on. And I'm skeptical, cautiously optimistic. We'll see. But I don't need power in a device like that. Definitely not.
That is something that a lot of companies don't tend to pay attention to when they're making the smaller handhelds. Is that Miyoo Mini, like you said, they put full size face buttons and full size D-pad, and that's what makes this device so comfortable. So I mean, I know it's not for everybody, right? Like if you have gigantor hands, you know, it's not gonna be really good for you. But for me, I love this device, man. This is my everywhere device. I could carry my son in one hand and continue to play on the other hand. You know, I could just chuck it in my pocket. After your video, I went and bought more just so that I know I'll never be without it. You know, and like
it's always
nobody else
good.
has nailed that.
It's always like there's nothing that you won't that it does that you won't want 10 years from now, 20 years from now, or whatever, right? Like
absolutely,
it got everything it does so well.
I was going to say earlier, the thing which kills me about this handheld is I know you guys are big fans of game console. The R33. Man, what a missed opportunity, because that was Miyoo Mini size, right? Like, wasn't that maybe just like a hair bigger, but it was definitely less than Miyoo Mini
so
Plus.
good, and it was just so
and it had more power, and like it could have done it, but the buttons and the D-pad or whatever was just so bad.
Yeah, I wanted to love that device, especially being a fan of like the R series handhelds. I was like, oh my God, finally, you know, something to compete with me. Every time, you know, I have to start to realize that when that thought comes to mind, like, oh man, finally something to compete with the Miyoo, just write it off right there. Just right there. As soon as I think that, like, nope, it's not gonna beat it. Like, I just know that, right? I should come into every single
can't
one.
Beat Miyoo.
No,
Miyoo can't beat Miyoo right now.
It's baffling because everything that made the Miyoo Mini amazing is very easy to do. Companies do it all the time. It's just good buttons, good proportions, good, you know, nothing weird about it that kind of pisses you off. Like there's nothing on paper it does that's crazy unique or anything. It's just the companies just can't really figure out how to do it. It's kind of confusing to me that there's not more devices like the Miyoo Mini that just try to do what it does just a little bit better or whatever, or even the same. It's so weird.
Even the same.
Everybody is copying the RG35XX Plus or whatever, or the G350 style. Like there's a million. Powkiddy's got one, and a Battle XP and Anbernic. Like everybody's got those. Like why isn't everyone trying? And maybe it's a screen thing, but I don't know. Anbernic found the screens for the 2.8XX. Miyoo's got more screens because they're doing their Miyoo Mini Flip. So like I don't know. It's very weird that that is still such a one-off device.
And even with the 2.8XX, could you imagine if the 2.8XX had the buttons of the Miyoo, like a bigger D-pad, a bigger face button?
Oh yeah. That was the big thing with that. It's just so awkward because it's so tiny.
Lots of people didn't like it. I liked it fine, to be honest. I actually found it quite comfy to game on. I'm pretty easy going with that kind of thing, though.
Well, initially, when I looked at it in an image, I was like, there's no way this thing's going to be comfortable. The buttons look way too small. And I was pleasantly surprised. Once I got it in hand, I was like, okay, I don't notice it. I hit what I want to hit. I don't have an issue. I'm not like false pressing other things.
Yeah,
but I just didn't find... I didn't find myself picking it up and putting it in my pocket. That was the thing. It was like I tried to. So when I get a new device, I'll try to like use it for a week or so before I make a video, just to try to, you know, get to know the device. But I don't know. The closest thing that has got to the Miyoo Mini for me is the Pixel. And not even the Pixel 2. It was the Pixel 1. And even then, there was still something missing about it. There was still something. And then another thing I don't like with the Pixel series is, I don't like when any handheld does this. I don't like when they recess the screen. I don't like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just a pet peeve of mine.
You get like get dirty
dusty
you like like little bits of candy stuck in the corners and stuff all the time.
Dude, come on. You laugh and your root beer goes on there. Now you can't get it out of that corner. You know, it's horrible,
the Pixel,
dude.
The Pixel was it was so cool.
It was very cool.
It would never replace the Miyoo Mini for me in terms of like actually using it and gaming on it and how comfortable it is. But like
Yeah.
it's just it's sort of like one of those things that's just a fascinating object.
Look, mine gets like Hermione hair and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. And then it's
Is
like
that
you're trying to
Hermione?
pick it out. Yeah,
Wait, you have a Hermione? You don't have a
have two.
Hermione, dude.
I have two.
Dude, you don't.
You
I'm
got
a
two
dog person.
Hermiones?
But I have,
Oh wow.
I have two Hermiones.
I talk to you
lightning bolt.
every
Why do
day.
you need to
You
wear a
don't
hat?
have.
Do you is one of them secretly your favorite?
The fat one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's
that
always
makes
the
sense.
sun.
It's always the fat one. It's
Okay.
always the fat one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're less
You know,
demanding.
Yeah.
You didn't.
They're
Look.
not trying too hard.
You see my lightning bolt scar? It's right there. You see it? It's right there.
Okay, all right, dude. All right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that a
You
Star
see
Wars
my
thing?
lightning bolt scar right here? I actually have it for real. It's called
No.
riding a four-wheeler.
Shut up. Mine's magical. Mine's magical.
Oh, dude, you're hilarious. I love it.
Mhm.
Let's see, dude. I mean, I don't want to. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
So actually, dude, it's like I could talk to Dweeb for hours because everything that he likes, I like.
Yeah.
And it's
And
so
I-
easy to
I
just
ask,
keep
I
going.
ask the I get to the heart of things and ask the big questions.
Heck
Like
yeah.
do you ever think about eating your retro handhelds? Because I think
All the
about it
time.
all the
With
think
hot
about it all
sauce.
the freaking time. So
Well,
like,
hot sauce.
I know they
It
can't.
depends on the color, actually. Like,
Well, yeah, if it's appetizing, right? I know they can't be.
Yeah,
eaten. Like let's just preface that. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Do not eat your retro handhelds. However, if you were to eat one, which one would you eat? Like, do you pick something that's
Easy.
like small and manageable, or do you pick something that like you think would actually taste good? You know?
Snack. I just want a snack. I'm picking the Thumby.
but wait,
that does
a
look like
snack.
candy
Wait,
already.
your retro lunch. I thought you would go with a lunch.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I have a theory on it. Okay, I have an idea.
Not a bad
Reason.
thought.
So I would do the R36H because look at this purple. This thing has to be freaking delicious. I mean, look at it, right?
It looks candy
delicious.
colored. That definitely looks
Right.
like it would be candy.
And I don't play horizontals. I only play verticals. So why wouldn't I eat this one?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
it really comes down to if you like grape or not.
Yes.
I thought about it, right? I looked
Yes.
over at my Miyoo
Yes.
Mini Plus and I was like, I wonder, does that taste like a purple Jolly Rancher? You
Yes.
know, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
because if it does, I
Totally.
could totally get behind that. Like,
I think these DMG looking ones, they probably taste like a Werther's original or something.
Very
I
classic.
thought about that,
Yeah,
dude.
like a
I
something your grandma could get in on, you know.
Yeah. My grandma would love some.
So
Werther's
and you say
Originals.
that, and I'm Latino, so I'm immediately thinking that looks kind of like a plate of rice and beans. So I'm all in, buddy. I'm all in.
Actually,
do it.
guys. So we have this thing here.
Pinto bands, old black bands, old black bands, pinto bands, old black bands, old.
So every week, TechDweeb, we ask our guests, had to choose between pinto beans or black beans, which one is the one for you?
Okay, is this like you're gonna give me a hard time no matter what I say because some of you like one thing and some of you like the other, and I'm gonna say it and you're gonna be like, what? And the other guy's
Yeah, it's
gonna
like
be
high
yes.
school all over again.
And the other one's
Yeah.
gonna be like, whoa, why would you say that? How dare you?
It's exactly like that, dude. You called it out perfectly. You called it out perfectly, man.
All right.
So we actually had this conversation before the show with my wife, and she's like, "I bet you he likes some kind of odd bean, and it's not either one of them."
So I am freaking nuts about beans. I love
Yes.
beans almost as much
Damn.
as anything in life. I love trying new beans. I've eaten all the beans. I love
beans.
so many. I love good old garbanzo beans are great. They're
Yes.
like they're just like that's like a regular weeknight kind of bean, right? Like just a
Yeah.
regular meal. Red chili beans. Oh, I could eat those forever.
Oh, yeah.
There's this one weird bean. It's the highest protein bean that there is. It's called lupini beans, and I bought them on the recommendation of someone, and they are so gross. They're like the only bean I've eaten.
Wait, that went a whole different direction. I thought he was gonna say they were the most delicious bean.
No,
It's like,
no.
no, dude,
So
they're
I
bad.
found them in a grocery store after looking forever, and I bought a can of them, and they were like 4 times more expensive, even though they were the same brand as the cheap ones. And I will finish almost anything to make sure that it doesn't go to waste. I would not finish that can of lupini beans. So I do not recommend lupini beans for anyone listening. Save your money.
Oh my gosh.
One of my favorite beans is just good old red kidney beans. I will literally just like I'll be making a meal, whatever, a soup or a chili or whatever, and I'll rinse off the beans. And if they're the red kidney beans, I'll just start snacking on them. And there's a good chance that they'll be gone by the time it's their turn into the chili, and I'll have to open a second can because I've just eaten the entire can of beans.
That's funny.
So I do want somebody to lose really hard though. So you don't have to be an exclusivist, but if you had to pick one,
okay.
You're at the Chipotle, they're asking for fava beans or black beans, or chickpea.
It's a pretty
Pinto beans or black beans.
Pinto beans or black beans.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry for me. I'm going black beans.
Yes,
Yeah.
take it, Matt.
Too loud's the winner.
Yeah.
Is that your bean? All right.
Yes.
Yeah. The black beans are another one of those beans that I'll just start snacking on if I like put them in a bowl and set them aside. Yeah.
Oh, I love
like
black bean soup, black bean burgers.
I'll eat the crap out of anything with pinto beans. But like I love them all. But yeah, black beans are one of my favorites. I mean,
it's true though. There's so many good beans out there. That's okay. That's okay. He's not the first, and he will not be the last. Let me remind you of the tally we have going here, and I'm pretty sure you're like 20-3, like 20 in my end.
Stop.
And like 3 on your end.
The general is the first person in about 2 months to pick black beans.
No. You forgot about Clef. You forgot about Clef, the other Canadian.
That was over 2 months ago. That was over 2 months ago.
Clearly a man of culture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're collecting provinces at this point. OKS Gamer, we got Manitoba, right? Clef, we got Quebec, we got
Well, I'm in Ontario.
Ontario, that's right. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get the whole Canada here soon.
Hey, hold on.
We're working on it.
Persona grilled lima beans. I've never heard of that.
I've never
I'm
heard
into
of
it.
I like lima beans
That'd
though.
be pretty good.
I do like lima beans. Yeah, lima beans are one of those beans that gets a hard rap, and I think it's because of the texture. Because people who don't like beans, it's a very beany bean, you know.
Yes, it is.
But like they're great when you want something chewy, like in a salad but like a grilled lima bean, I can't even imagine what that is. Like you put them on a skewer and grill them or something. Like what? How do you grill a bean?
Or maybe on like a flat top grill, like one of those like hibachi grills.
Yeah, lupini beans would actually be good for that because they're really big. They're like little coin-sized discs or something. They're just disgusting.
Somebody ban her from the chat. Somebody ban Shay from the. That's my wife.
Just cook anything, man. With those hands, just get yourself in the kitchen. There ain't no knife scars. There ain't no burn marks. You're not. If it tastes bad, put some extra salt on it.
Actually, my second favorite bean is black-eyed peas, and I don't know why they call them peas, but I really love black-eyed peas.
Yeah. Hey, so there is a game. Are you familiar with the game Bonanza?
Donkey Kong.
Familiar with the 1950s show Bonanza?
All right. Will you indulge me? Can I go get this and show it to you?
Yes,
please?
do it. Get it.
Yes,
I will be back in 1 minute. Hold on.
Do it. Go get it.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, I want to practice my dweeby patience, because when you can't show your face, this is how you have to communicate.
We'll put you.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
You get your practice in. Here you go.
So good.
Okay, so make the butterfly.
How do I do it?
Cross the thumbs. Pinky, ring, middle, pointer.
You'll never
Okay,
do
I
it.
see you.
You'll never get it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Bonanza. It is a card game / board game where you are a bean farmer. The goal of Bonanza is to grow fields of beans and then kind of cash them in, harvest your beans at the right time so you make the most amount of money. And there's a big trading aspect to the game where you are trading beans back and forth. So a typical round, you'll be like, "Oh, does anyone want my?" Oh, here, let's pull out some cards here. Oops, sorry.
This is a real lost opportunity on that Donkey Kong game.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So you'll be like, does anyone have soybeans? And someone's like, I don't know. I could take the soy off your hands. What else do you have? And you're like, oh, I got blue beans and chili beans. He's like, oh, I want chili beans. I'm getting into chili. All right. Well, what can you throw in? Well, I could throw in a black-eyed bean. It's not really as good as a chili bean, so like, it's like a bean trading game where you're like planting bean fields. It is one of my favorite games. I play this with my family all the time. Even my family that are not like big gamers love this game. It's one of, I can't recommend it enough. It is so freaking good.
I'm going to, is it on Amazon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, I'm going to add that to my cart now.
There's an expansion called Bonaparte that adds like almost how to describe it, almost like
I found it.
Catan vibe to it, where there's like a little village and you can spend your money in the village.
It sounded a little Catan like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, so but like the base game is really just so good on its own. You don't need it. There's like deception and like backroom deals. You're making deals and you're like, oh, okay, well, what if I give you this, but it's more valuable, so you owe me future considerations. I scratch your back, you'll scratch mine
hysterical.
In the future. And then like later on they'll screw you over and you'll be like, wait, you owe me a favor, and it's like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It's like, oh, you're my enemy now. and like
real life, dude. Oh my gosh,
you're bean farmers. It's all beans. Yeah. The whole game is just beans.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so I think that aspect, the fact that you're bean farmers, makes it that much more hilarious.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Like you're here fighting and arguing about beans. Like, I love that.
Many friendships have been good.
I was asked, what's you guys' favorite board games that's not a D&D game? I'm kind of old and boring, and like for me, it probably is still, I hate to say it, but Monopoly. I freaking love Monopoly.
Oh, Monopoly's legendary, dude. That's like
the first 2/3 of Monopoly are A-okay. That last third is a slog where you're
that's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's where I'm like talking the most smack. Like I'm getting up here in your brain, like, oh man, I'm taking you for everything you got. Like I'm loving those moments. You're calling me a cheater. Like, oh, you're the banker. You've been rigging the game. Like, I love Monopoly. I do. But I feel like okay, but not counting Monopoly, because Monopoly's so easy for everybody to just say Monopoly.
Okay. So no Monopoly, no D&D.
Not everyone likes Monopoly though.
Yeah, no, I agree. Not everybody likes Monopoly, but I feel like it's one of the most common or most popular.
Yeah, but if they like it,
games.
If you ask them their favorite, I mean, if I ask you your favorite retro game and you say Super Mario World, I can't be like, okay, what's your favorite except Super Mario World? Like,
true. Okay, true.
Classics are classics for a reason, right? So
that's fair. That's fair. Well, I was just trying to get Dweeb to avoid saying a D&D game. I was something.
Okay, so I got a massive board game collection in the other room. There was a time when I was considering doing board games as my channel instead of tech.
Oh wow!
Because it's one of my passions. There are lots of them that I love. I'll give you two. One of them is Talisman, the adventure game, and if you just look up pictures of it, it's so. Do you know Talisman?
Oh no, my wife was calling me out in chat. She said, "I'm pretty sure you do cheat."
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
They're called house rules. It's not cheating. It's house rules.
Yeah. Talisman is an adventure game where there's a big map and you kind of play alongside other people. You're competing with each other, but you're not like against each other. You're just existing in the same world. And you go around. Gamers Generation. I would call it Dice Dweeb, by the way. Okay, so you're going around and like you're trying to like level up and get enough items to complete the objective, and it's sort of like all these different ways of configuring it. And if you look it up, I dare you to look it up. Look up Talisman with all of the expansions. Look how freaking huge the board is, because you get this huge board, and then each expansion adds on to the board into the corners, and you need a massive table to actually play it. And yeah, it's just I've had so many good games. Holy cow, dude! It's crazy, yeah. And then the other answer that I'll give, which is probably more accurate as my favorite game, is called Mage Knight, which is it's sort of another adventure game where you're moving around on the board and you're like exploring the board. It's like a hex game. But what's interesting about Mage Knight is that it's also a deck building game. So you build yourself. You start out with a basic deck, and you go around and you're completing quests or defeating enemies. And as you level up, you're adding cards to your deck, and you create a build for yourself with the cards. And everything is done through the cards. You use the cards to move. You use the cards to attack a city or fight a goblin.
What is that game called? Mage Knight?
Mage Knight.
Mm-hmm. Mage Knight.
Yeah. So
that sounds like my type of jam right there.
Yeah. It's a good long one. That one's the kind of game you set up with your buddies and you play for 6 hours and you don't finish.
Holy crap! Am I reading this wrong though? Because the only Mage Knight I found on Amazon is $150.
Yeah,
is it really?
It might be like a out of print thing. Maybe it's maybe you're buying like.
Oh, this is the Ultimate Edition. Okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there is expansions. There's an expansion called the Lost Legion, which adds like a roving an army threat where there's an army moving across the map, and you and your buddies are more working together to stop the army kind of thing. And there's like a big evil general guy, and then you can also add characters to it. Some of the expansions are just like a character.
I see that now. I see like a Krang character expansion.
Yeah, I got them all.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I
would have never known you were a board game guy.
Yeah, I've also got all of Talisman too. And there's not just the main expansions for that one. There's a bunch of little mini expansions. I spent a lot of money on Talisman.
We won't tell anyone.
So we too loud. We couldn't play that game because it says you got to work together, and you were just too mean to make us work together in most of the games we play. Do you ever play Peak? Dweeb, you ever play Peak?
Here we go.
Yeah. The Steam game, the
Steam
climbing
game.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I have not played it, but I'm familiar with it.
We don't want to talk about this. Man.
No, we're gonna talk about this. So he introduces me to the game. It's him. Is it him? Myself? Is it Clef? I think it was Clef.
Yeah, it was Clef.
And we playing this game. It's my first time playing, and he's going on and on and on about this dart gun. On and on and on about this dart gun. We're like, okay, all right. So we get to the game. I'm feeling pretty good. We're at the very end of the game where you get to the peak of this mountain, and I'm climbing up this mountain. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna win. And then all of a sudden, my screen goes black, and I fall into the lava. This jerk shot me in the rear end with a dart gun as I was about to win the game, and I fell into lava and died.
Wow.
This is just Mario. Is it Mario
and then
Wii over again? We just pick somebody up and throw them in a hole.
Yeah, and then he robbed me. He robbed my corpse.
Yeah, well, you know, he shows his true colors. It's sort of like a fool me once kind of situation, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Now you know,
oh, dude. No, you know what it was? I was doing a public service. I needed Matt to get acquainted to the dangers in the map, you know, and so I was literally I didn't intend for him to fall to his death. And once he fell to his death, I was like, it would be completely wrong of me to leave these perfectly good supplies here about to burn up. So it wasn't like an intentional robbery. It was like, I have to take this stuff now because if not,
that checks out. You've convinced me. Yeah, you were in the right.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
What about the
Thank you.
maniacal laugh he did the whole time while I was falling to my death?
Oh,
That-
you didn't tell me
pretty
about
funny
that.
to see
No, it was
fall.
it was good. It was good because as he's falling, like in peak, the your voice goes as you go.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
so you just hear him like, you asshole.
Just like real life.
Oh my
So,
god!
Dweebs, do you
That's
do you ever dip
funny.
into the Warhammer games? So that's another game which like you just need a massive table or a massive board to be able to play.
No, that's one I never have. It looks really cool and interesting. I love the
IBF.
idea. I love the idea of like those guys who really deck out their army and paint their minis and stuff. Actually, I went to school back in art school. One of my classmates after school, he went on and started a business where he paints Warhammer minis. And he's like an artist. He went to 4 years of art university. So his Warhammer minis were pretty freaking cool looking. And I'm pretty sure he's still doing that. It's some of those Warhammer guys really invest a lot into that hobby.
Oh, they do.
It's
They do.
insane the detail.
We
that
had
they
a guy
do.
in our Discord. Remember what was
Yeah.
his name? Mike
Mike
Newtype.
Newtype. Mike Newtype. Yeah,
Yep.
and he
And
insane.
he'd do that. Little mini figures with a magnifying glass and like just there painting them, and so beautiful the detail he puts into them.
Incredible, man.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
It looks
The
like
amount of
fun
work.
too. Like the actual game,
It
you
does.
know, it's almost I don't know, Final Fantasy Tactics kind of vibe to it. Like as an
Very
outsider,
tactical, yeah.
that's what it seems like. And I am all over a tactical game, you know, in Advance Wars or Final Fantasy Tactics. Like that's my jam. So I know I'd like it if I did it, but like it's the barrier to entry to that. And also you gotta go into public and
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
about
I
that going
I
into
do.
public stuff.
I
I
don't, I
started
don't
with
mind
it
going.
because I was
I don't
oh,
mind going
I was
into public for D&D as much, and I think it's because usually when I'm playing D&D, it's a bunch of acting. You know, you're acting like a different person or whatever, so I can pretend to be like a confident person who likes being around other people, kind of
LARPing.
thing.
LARPing. Yeah.
LARPing.
I have a
I
good
gotta-
friend.
I gotta
Massive
learn
LARP.
to. I gotta learn to channel that when I go to the dentist or the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah, I do my best. My buddy, he's a massive LARPer, except he only LARPs one scenario all the time, and that's like that he was like some elite special forces operator, and he's never
God.
done anything, you know. So
Civil War recreations are not LARPing.
it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. Actually, so I have a question for you, Dweeb. I would love to know what devices there has been that you loved but you didn't use much, and why was that?
Oh, okay. Right. I was supposed to think of an answer for this before the show. Okay. Well, immediately what comes to mind, because we were talking about it, is the 28XX. Because I really did love it. I love the pocket friendly vibes, and I had so many good games on it when I was reviewing it and stuff. And then it really just sat on my shelf. And I kept every time I pick it up, I keep thinking, "Oh, I should play this more. This is good." It's like a powerful horizontal Miyoo Mini, right? And
Yeah.
there's something a lot to like about that. And I just never do. I never pick it up, and I never play with it. Yeah.
What are you
I
showing?
love that it was largely the replacement for this. So this is
Pocket
this is
Go.
before Miyoo. This is before this is the BitBoy Pocket Go V1.
Yeah.
It's the exact same size. I think it's like the exact same width. It should have been the perfect replacement for this. But as everybody mentioned, the D-pad on I would actually bring out my 28XX right now, but it is my 7-year-old's favorite device. Dude, I've got better devices for you. No, I want this one. Why? Because it fits his little hands really nicely.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it could have been the perfect replacement for this if they just put larger buttons and a better D-pad on it.
Yeah. The Pocket Go is pretty legendary.
Hold on, guys. Matt, are you fixing your cuticles?
Yeah. I'm
I
trying
think
not
I
to
saw
have
you
any dirt.
fixing your cuticles.
I'm not trying to have any dirt under my fingernails.
Those are strong looking thumbs. must play a lot of games.
So is that an original BitBoy, the Famicom
Probably.
BitBoy from
Yeah,
2017?
so this was my first like real retro handheld that I got, and sadly the bezel broke on it, and that kind of broke my heart a little bit too. I wanna find a replacement for this, but I don't want to just go.
What is
go
this?
This is the BitBoy. This is
BitBoy.
the
first
new
Miyoo.
the new BitBoy. This was the Miyoo Mini before the Miyoo Mini, and this is what I first got. And I beat so many Game Boy Advance games on this way before my channel even. This was what got me. This was what got me into the hobby. This little guy right here, and I think
I
that's
love
one
the
of
aesthetic
reasons-
of it with the
It's gorgeous,
Yeah.
right?
real.
Yeah.
It looks so much like it does look like a Miyoo, but also at the same time looks like a classic DMG, like Game Boy.
Yeah.
It
Shrunk.
does.
Yeah,
It does.
that's and it's a shame that I broke the bezel because it sort of had like sentimental value as my first retro handheld. It's so good in so many ways. One of the things I liked about it is that it doesn't have any back buttons, so it's only got 4 face buttons, right? So on Game Boy Advance, you could literally play with one hand. So what during COVID, when I would go for long walks, nothing else to do, and I would bring this and play video games one-handed as I walked. And sometimes my walks would turn into epic, like hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour, just these huge long walks because I'm enjoying the game and I don't want to stop playing. I played through the
That's
original.
amazing.
I played through the original Dragon Warrior. I played Final Fantasy 1 and 2, the Game Boy Advance version. I played so many games. What else did I play? A bunch of old NES RPGs. What's that one? Oh crap.
Which one?
I'll have to dig in my brain to figure out all the ones. Actually, they're
Solace
on here. I
or-
could probably find them on here. They're all on here.
Wow,
Probably
it's
my old
charged.
save games and
NES.
stuff too.
NES RPG. I don't know. There's Star Trek.
There's a
now.
lot of them. Yeah.
I was gonna say, they're good luck, bro.
What was impressive to me is that I think that was, you're talking about 2017, 2018. Like in a lot of ways, that was a good one. And at a time when there was not a lot of, some of these devices were pretty rough. So, but that one could play a lot.
This one I bought in 2020, and it had been around for a while by that point. My friend who was actually into handhelds, he had that Pocket Go that you had, and he was trying to talk me into getting that one. And I was like, nah, I think I want this one because it looks like a Game Boy. And he's like, oh, the Pocket Go is so much better.
So, I didn't.
I've always been a sucker for verticals.
Yeah, me too. So I didn't get into handhelds until around COVID. So originally, my first experience with emulation was like way back when with ETA Prime started, and he was doing the Raspberry Pi and stuff, and just having fun watching that. And then I remember when they had that what was that thing called, the Pandora battery for the PSP, and you could do emulation on PSP. You guys remember that? Doing that stuff there. But then after that, there wasn't, like, for me, I still played retro games, but on a PC and stuff, and Retro Pi and stuff like that, but not on a handheld until when COVID, and my wife, of all people, not knowing what she started, showed me a TikTok video. Have you seen this thing? And I can't remember even what device it was, but I ended up like down a path, and I started watching all these videos. And next thing I know, I want to say it was the Retroid Pocket 2 or something that I ended up getting, which was like my first handheld. And then it's just been a couple of years, and now I'm just completely obsessed. I'm sure she hates showing me.
Once you go down the rabbit hole of consuming
my
content
gosh.
of something you're interested in, it's over.
Once you buy your second handheld, you're done.
Oh yes. Yeah.
It's like tattoos. You can have one. With the moment you get your second, you're more likely to get the third than you are to touch up the first.
Yeah, you're either going to have 1 or 70.
Or bumper stickers, I think, is another example.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much of a pet peeve that is of mine. I do not like bumper stickers.
No, I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan either. My answer to the question of the day still is the RGR.
Wait, that wasn't the question of the day.
He was talking about, I thought that was question of the day. My bad.
No.
My bad. I'm sorry.
That was just a question.
Oh, okay.
Actually, now since you've segued it, here's the question of the day. What is a gaming bucket list item for you? Some gaming thing you want to experience before you die. Not that you're gonna die. I mean, actually, yes.
Whoa.
You will die.
Wait.
Eventually. We all die.
Dude.
But probably not for a while. Maybe.
How long do I have?
Maybe.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Not for a while.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question.
I specifically demanded word for word. It had to be.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind
Gaming
starting off because I got my answer
Do
locked
it.
and loaded.
Do it.
Mine is I want to play games on a big screen like movie theater. You know how you can like rent a movie theater with your buddies or whatever.
You stole my answer.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
You're such
you know,
a
like take like an
Well,
IMAX.
Yeah, that's what I was
IMAX or
thinking. I was gonna
something.
say an IMAX. I was gonna say
Yeah,
play Super
with like a
Nintendo on
big-
an IMAX.
A big booming
Yes.
sound system and just
Yes.
like play some games for a couple hours or whatever. That'd be quite an experience. I would have.
You never
part
thought of
the
that in
fun
your
wa-
life, Jedi.
Stop.
It was the
part of-
it was the
part-
question of the day on everybody. Dweeb has the best Discord, and so check out Dweeb Discord. It was a recent
Yep.
question of the day. It was a good question.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Dweeb's Discord. I could lose
yeah.
so much time in there just reading.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I gotta make
It
sure.
is.
I gotta make sure to limit myself, or I'll just hang out in there all day instead of making videos.
Yeah, question day is my favorite part of Discord. Every day, I'm on the East Coast, so every day 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm sitting there waiting for the question of the day. I love it.
Yeah, that's when I have an alarm on my phone to make sure I do it. The only times I don't do it is if I am like out of the house or whatever, and I just can't do phone stuff, or if I'm doing something else and then I hit the snooze alarm on the alarm and then I accidentally hit the stop instead of snooze and I forget to get back to it, or if I'm playing D&D because I don't allow anything to interrupt D&D. So sometimes I do play.
Good to
during the
know.
week.
Nothing interrupts D&D.
Yeah.
What's
it's
the
important.
what's that big dome in Vegas? The whole building is a
Sphere. I think it's called the Sphere.
I want to play Super Metroid on that. That's what I want to do. You guys know what that is besides Michael? Because he knows everything media.
I know what it is. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Is
have
that
this
way-
building.
Are you inside or outside of this sphere?
Both. They have outside is just a roll of advertisements and fun little things, and then inside it's like this massive movie theater where they play movies that are especially formatted for that like screen that
And
goes.
the dome itself is
So,
the
so
screen.
it's all
Yeah.
around you. You're like looking
Yes.
Not
Why
not
would- why would
behind you, but
up. Why would
definitely
you want
over
to
your
play
head.
Metroid looking up? That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's my stupid. It's
You
my
know,
all-time favorite
wouldn't
game.
you want to play like I don't know, like a top-down shooter, like a spacey game, or what
It's
would
my
be
all-time
or
favorite
even like
game.
well, I know, but like I'm not trying to yuck your yum or anything, but I mean it's
Ethereum is the best thing I've heard all day.
it's a
I love that, dude. I love that.
if it's a dome situation.
He said, "Yuck your yum." Oh my god, I love you, man. I love you so much, dude.
I just don't want you to waste your one opportunity on a game that doesn't fit the format. You know, it's like if you get a widescreen device and then you play a Game Boy game or something, right? Like it's the wrong format.
Okay, so how about my backup would be Super Gradius or Art?
Oh heck
Super
yeah,
Art-Tech.
something like that, or even like a top-down like adventure game, like a Legend of
Mhm.
Zelda or something, where the camera's above. I think would be fine. Yeah,
TIE Fighter, where you're going all around.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know how much you like Star Trek? That would be awesome.
Or even like some sort of a puzzle game or something. You play some I don't know, bust a move or something.
Mine is kind of boring compared to all
Bust
you
Move's
guys.
fun. Bust Move's fun.
What is
Oh,
yours? What is yours, Hungry Dweeb?
I mine is a little bit boring, but again, it's a bucket list thing. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I would just love to experience it because I think it has to be experienced on its original hardware. I would love to play a game on an original Vectrex. Like I know they're going to come out with the Vectrex Mini. They're going to try to simulate it with like an AMOLED screen, but I just want to play games on just like that original vector-based, like CRT-like screen. Just feel what that was like, because those systems are going to age out. They're going to go away, and then you will just never be able to do it. And I swear, half of my time with these handhelds, they're not even about playing the game. It's about knowing that I can, just knowing that it is available if I want to play it. So I spend more time in the file copy dialog, making sure the game is available, than I do actually playing it.
Yeah.
That's
Vectrex
fair.
is one of those systems that is so specific to the hardware, like the experience you have and the way that it looks. You can only get that on original hardware, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
That's my
terrible to
bucket
emulate.
list.
I don't. Oh, it's not terrible. I just don't enjoy emulating it.
Yeah. I actually see them pop up on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff from time to time. They're not so rare. I've had the opportunity on a couple occasions to buy them at semi-reasonable prices. So you could have one, I guess.
It
I
is
would totally
possible.
get one if I could. I would totally if I could. I don't ever see them. I don't look on Facebook Marketplace often, but I would.
Especially now that movie theaters have gone digital, I know that they rent out theaters for like birthday parties and stuff. So it is also potentially a
That's
thing.
an interesting. That is interesting though that Jedi hasn't tracked one down, because Jedi, out of all of us, Jedi is the collector of original hardware.
Don't put the
So-
block. You suck, dude. You
You have to
suck.
do it.
man.
You have to. You have a channel. You have to support
Hold
it.
on. Hold
I do
on.
want to. I do. I
I'm
want to
so-
pretend to be.
I'm
wanna
so
pretend to
let
be
down by him, dude. Like,
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm looking for one now.
I do want to pretend to be Shay for just a moment, and let's be upset and disappointed by what Too Loud has to say. So Too Loud, throwing the question to you. What is your bucket list experience on for gaming?
mine would be, I would love to have one of those full legit like racing car simulators, like the ones where the seats move, like the screen goes around
Oh
you.
yes.
You have a dashboard. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen some of these guys on YouTube. They have like the most intricate like racing simulators. Like, they have full car dashboards. Like, they must have ripped it out of an old car. Like, their seats move as they're drifting. They have their pedals, their shifters, their steering wheel. They have a windshield with a screen going around it. I think a lot of them are using like that it's like that monitor, Samsung Arc or something like that. It's the one that curves, but you can bend it and fold it. Yeah. And I would love to experience something like that. I love driving. I love driving really fast. I tend not to do it as much anymore because I don't want to get in trouble. But if I could have a game that simulates that, I think that would kind of scratch that itch a bit, and I would really enjoy that.
That would be
There's a
cool.
VR place in the low rent mall in our area that has something not as fancy as that, but like they've got the sled, right? They've got the Super Mondo PC, they've got the D-Box seat kind of like hooked up to the sled. And so like it is possible to build something which approximates, let's say, 50% of that.
Yeah. I've seen some good options at like Micro Center.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Reasonable. Yeah, they have a nice setup there. It's just for me, it's more a lack of space. As my family grows, my game rooms shrink. So as many people who do follow me on YouTube know, I have 5 kids, right? Like, I already have a big house and I have little space. My studio is not even in my home because of the amount of space that I have. But we did when we moved out here to Missouri, we moved from a 3-story home into a 1-story home. And that was a big change for us because my first story on that house was literally just my studio. It was a huge open room that I could have for gaming, for a studio, for everything. And I kind of missed that, but my wife didn't want to do it again. She on that house, it was like the living quarters were all the way on the 3rd floor. The washer machine and dryer were on the bottom floor. So you guys can only imagine how aggravating that was for her, having to deal with that all the time. But yeah, I would love to have one of those racing simulators like that. I think it's really cool. Would I use it as much as I think I would? You know how we are, right? Like,
No, you definitely wouldn't. It would be fun for a couple of weeks or whatever, and then
yeah.
And
then I'll be back on my Miyoo Mini, right? So
playing Rad Racer on the Miyoo Mini again.
Yeah, dude.
So fun.
Jedi,
Yeah.
I want to throw this to you because you probably got the least amount of time compared to all of us. You got to be thinking about your bucket list. Are you still going with the theater, or have you thought about something more unique?
At least.
Oh, I got that one. That was really good. You're such. We passed the 30-minute mark. You're such a shithead. I got that one. That was genuinely my thought. Is I want to play some Super Nintendo on like a giant like IMAX screen or something like that. If I had to pick a different one, because TechDweeb stole mine. Oh gosh.
Because TechDweeb stole yours is crazy, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. It was going to be something lame like I kind of would like a DMG or something, the game on a DMG, but just for like something silly for like Game Boy or something, But
They're pretty fun.
That's a terrible
a real
one.
DMG.
It's just good to have as a comparison.
Yeah. Yes. So I have a lot of retro handhelds, but I actually don't have any DMG. So as I'm older, and I last joke about this, but when DMGs were out and GBAs and DSs, I didn't play them. I was in college and I was chasing after the woman who's now is my wife, so I missed a lot of that originally. So like all that is emulation for me now.
Yeah.
I had a GBA that I built, and do you remember that too loud? I put an IPS screen on. I built it from scratch, and I hated it, and I sold it because I hated it
immediately. Yes,
yeah, because I hated
remember
it.
that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, man.
And you made it look beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was really cool, but then I hated it and I sold it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Another one that's on mine is I'm a big pinball guy. I love pinball.
Oh, I love pinball.
Mhm.
Oh,
I want to visit the
Man,
Pinball
dude.
Hall of Fame in Las Vegas.
Vegas.
yes.
Yes.
Hey, dude, I watch
yeah.
videos about that place. Man, you're like my Canadian brother from another mother because everything,
man.
dude. I love pinball. And I
pinball
also
is-
I watch videos on that place, and
Yeah.
dude, it's like it's so amazing. But at the same time, I watch that stuff and it's really sad, right? Because it's like it's a lost art, and
Oh yeah.
there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people who know how to work on those older machines. And
Yeah.
as the older generations go, like that stuff is gonna go too.
Yeah,
And,
Honestly, Stern still put them out there though. Like we were just talking about the one at Costco the other day. Like they're
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah,
modern
it's amazing.
variants, right? Like the modern
Yeah.
ones, sure, yeah,
They're still
but
making them,
there's
yeah.
something to those old ones for me, man. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
they're just like,
Well, it's
oh,
like
man.
it's retro games, right? Like
Yeah.
playing the old whatever Ninja Turtles pinball machine or the Addams Family pinball machine or whatever.
Oh,
And it's
both
like
of those were great.
These
Yeah.
games are great games, and it's you can't emulate them, right? Like you
No.
can't have the experience of
No.
playing pinball, even if you do the best emulation, like even the best.
Oh, I've
emulator,
tried.
You're still,
Yeah,
you're
I've
still
tried.
playing-
I'm
at
sure
that
you've
point,
tried.
You're playing
Yeah.
a pinball video game, and it is not a pinball game. Pinball machines are just these wonderful contraptions. They are this combination of like engineering and art and game design in a physical space that like pinball is the only thing that is like pinball. And it's also a piece of history because that's sort of like our first like digital games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the core gameplay of pinball is still just as fun today as it was back then. And there's like a little side thing about pinball tables, as you know, that like each pinball table has like a sub game happening inside it, where like the order that the lights light up, and you have to know how it
Yes.
works. You're like,
Yep.
oh, okay,
Yep.
I have to hit this ramp, and then that makes
Yep.
these lights go on, and then so I'm trying to fill up
Or
these
this
lights.
sound and like
And
man.
when these lights fill up, this door opens up over here, and then I
Yeah.
can shoot it in there, and then I have a mini game or whatever, and it's
Yep.
like,
You can get an extra ball, like you can like oh
and
man. dude.
I always loved the pinball tables that were like they had like a little mini table within the table, like the what
Yeah,
was it?
yeah,
The
yeah. I
creature
know
from the
exactly
Black
what you're
Lagoon.
talking about.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
they have like or what was that one where it was like upside down? It was like a fun house or something.
Yep.
And there was an
Oh,
upside
dude.
down pinball thing where the slant of the table was inversed and you were actually playing like an upside down pinball.
I don't know if I've
Oh,
seen that
dude.
one.
Oh,
So
there's
we have
so much artistry in old pinball
Dude,
games, and it's like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And that's the part that's not recaptured with the modern ones. Like the modern ones are more like just one dimensional. Like I mean, they try their best. I get. No, I wouldn't even say try their best. They try to make a product that people will be willing to buy, but they're not putting in the effort that those guys were when they were originally making pinball machines. Like you could
Right,
tell that
right.
those people, they really loved their craft, you
Yeah.
know, and because they were thinking about this in advance. Like, how can I make this the most fun, the most interesting? How can I make mine different than his? More unique. And oh man, I've had so much fun on pinball
it's almost
machines.
like board games or whatever, where
Yeah.
the uh, the 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 limitations of having to make it in the physical space just spurred so much creativity because you couldn't just rely on tricks. You had to come up
Yep.
with cool, interesting things that were genuinely cool and interesting, not just flashy graphics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and also the working on those machines, there was a group of folks, we called them the pinheads. They had, they were collectors, and so like between the 3D printing space and just other things, it is amazing even what LED lights, like modern LED lights, can do to old machines, right? To bring them back to life, and then also
Sure.
just machine out parts that they don't make anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll have to.
I wish I was like more of a tinkerer. I wish that was something that I could like get into at some point. I think that would be not just fun content, but I've always wanted to. One of my old dreams was to buy a pinball machine, and I didn't even care really what it was. And I would take it apart, and I would redo all the art on it, and I would paint it. I would graffiti it up
Oh.
and make it all my own like art, and like it would be my pinball machine, but the actual sounds that came out would be, I don't know, like I would redo the Addams Family pinball machine. So it would be like, oh, Uncle Fester, oh,
That's
thing.
pretty
Uncle
awesome.
Fester, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
awesome.
Oh
But,
man,
But like it's the actual art is all just my characters and stuff. Like that was something
that'd be
I wanted to do.
amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
That would
dude.
be the only extent of like modding I could do because I don't know electronic stuff and I don't know how to machine stuff or the soldering side or even how circuit boards work or whatever. That's all
Yeah.
above my pay grade.
Yeah, no, that's so cool, man. I love pinball machines. And I think it would be really cool to see like a custom one that you have done with your art style and all your characters
Yes.
on there.
Yeah.
Like that would be so cool, dude.
Yeah,
And
maybe someday, maybe that'll be like a retirement project for me, as if I would ever retire.
I'm imagining
yeah.
Hermione like mocking me when I'm trying to hit the start button and there's no funds in the machine. Like that's just the image floating through my head.
Yeah, yeah. It would be Mom's basement, the pinball machine.
Oh, dude, that would be perfect. That would be
Yeah.
perfect. You like land the ball into a root beer and like,
I
like
could fill, I
The
could
laundry
fill it,
basket.
fill it with inside jokes. Oh, I love it
yes,
so much.
dude, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So look, man, time has flown. Absolutely. I've had such a blast with you here, TechDweeb. We have all of your information down in the description box below. And is there anything you would like to share before we leave, or anything upcoming that you want people to look forward to? The Cilantro video. Oh, amazing. Yes.
This thing is cool.
Yes, that was fun. This is a lot of fun. We were
Ah.
having a blast with this.
I'm glad you like that one. The video is
Oh.
performing very poorly, but like I knew it would. That's fine.
Mhm.
It was a fun thing that just occupied my brain for like 2 days, where I made a card game and I made the instructions. I was like, I can turn this into content, so I made a video on it and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it was a fun one. A nice little side tangent. The only
Sometimes you
thing
got to
that-
make a video for yourself every now and then.
yeah.
Mhm.
So the thought I guess I'll leave you with is something that kind of an existential thing that I've been thinking about, which is like, you know how foods that are like, a bread with stuff inside, like Hot Pockets or Jamaican patties or whatever.
Calzones and
Mhm.
Yeah, all those. I realized
empanadas.
that those are sort of like memory cards, like memories of
Oh.
food of the world, like the memory cards of the food world. Like they hold the memory of a meal in there.
Yeah.
So
I've never-
I
I'll
hope,
never think of my kids' Uncrustables the same way.
Yeah, I just
That's really funny.
I hope that doesn't keep you up at night thinking
No.
about the deep thoughts of the implications.
No,
of that.
I'm wondering now. I can't stop. I will continue thinking about this, and I'm going to write down every pocket type food and think about what country, what cuisine, what went into this.
Yeah, they're like
So I've never
cards.
considered that.
It'd be like a memory meal. Maybe they should call
Yes,
it something
achievement
like that.
unlocked when you eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need a name for it. I don't have a name. I'll think on that at like 3 a.m. tonight.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Are
Okay.
hysterical.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming here, and we really appreciate you guys. This has been SaveState Podcast, and our guest, our amazing guest, TechDweeb, and his little buddy here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I love breaking up the routine, and I didn't reply a bunch to the audience, but I've been reading all the comments. It's nice hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much.
Total
Thank you,
blast,
thank
man.
you.
You're still my hero, even though you like the wrong beans.
Yeah. Okay.
Up, we're out of here. We're not
That's
starting that.
fair.
Goodbye.